This is simple. A little olive oil, a little seasoning salt, we're good to go. That's all that happened to these wings. Olive oil, seasoning salt, we're good to go, and you end up with perfection.
Yo, this is big bow tie, this is small bow tie.
Yeah, here we are.
And we're making chicken wings today. So Detrick, take it away.
All right, cool. So what we'll start with here is our basic party wings that have been rinsed already and washed. So we've already gotten past that part just to move this along a little bit. But what we're gonna go through is just our basic process of just how to season wings before we put them on the grill, because we'll be grilling everything that we'll show you today, which is today our party wings. So first thing first, as you see, our pre-wings about 3 pounds here of already washed and rinsed wings.
What do you wash your wings with?
I personally like to use vinegar and lemon juice.
Okay.
Like just to get all the bacteria and things like that. It's just really good just getting that off.
So this is about 3 pounds of wings right here, right?
Right.
And how long should you be like just rinsing them and washing them off for?
You can let them sit in like 5 to 10 minutes and just kind of move them, work them around a little bit. Just an idea of just making sure that it gets good coating over everything. Yeah. Not an extensive crazy thing that it needs to sit and soak very long, but for the small amount of wings and what we're about to do, you can just let them go for a couple minutes and that's it. Let me get them handled and done.
All right, cool.
All right, so we're gonna dump them right here onto this nice little baker sheet real quick, and then we'll start getting our oiling and seasoning from there.
Yeah, make sure you either wash your hands or you have gloves.
Please.
Yeah, very important when you're barbecuing. Have gloves on. Spread them out.
All right, spread them out. Get them nice and cool.
Try to get them skin side up first. But understand when you're cooking chicken, when you throw them on your grill, you want skin side down first.
Get that crisp going.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so what we'll do is a coating of just some regular basic olive oil, nothing special at all, just a regular olive oil, regular store-bought olive oil. We're just gonna cover all of the wings real quick. Good.
Mm-hmm.
All right, just a nice coating. You're gonna spin them around, so it'll be fine. But just make sure you got enough there that you can work all of the wings around.
Right.
I'm about to say, spin everything, flip it.
Because olive oil helps you not burn things. It gives you time.
Correct. It doesn't stick to the grill. So you don't have to worry about really oiling up your grill that much as well, because it's kind of all there. But it also helps the seasoning stay on the wings.
Correct.
100%. So see, you're not wasting a bunch of seasoning that'll fall off. Cool. Think we're good. Absolutely. All right. Spin that one and that one. All right. So we're using it's a very basic, this is called Philly seasoning. It's just a regular local seasoning here in Philly that we get. But we're gonna use that. It's basically like your average, just kind of seasoning salt that you would buy from any store. This one is just called Philly seasoning, but Lawry's, anything like that, that's what this is basically at the end of the day. It's a nice seasoning salt that has multiple flavors to it, but it carries a nice flavor.
Yeah. And it's your typical flavors as well, like paprika, salt, pepper, garlic, onion.
Yep, absolutely. All just all in one, so all purpose, if you would, seasoning salt. Like that works really well. It's not overpowering anything, but it does carry very nice flavor. The idea also with grilling, you want to kind of over season it, not crazy, but you want to over season because again, once it gets on the grill, you're going to lose a lot of that seasoning that comes off of these wings as well. Correct. And fall down into the fire. So you want to over, just a little over seasoning, not crazy, but just a nice coating. Make sure you got a nice good coating of seasoning across all your wings.
Smells good, my man.
So you got a nice smell going already.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. All right. And we come back across the next coop. Other side.
That's what I'm talking about. You gotta be generous, though.
Yeah, you gotta be generous. Don't hold back an idea of seasonings. You want that flavor to really get through for sure. Make sure everything got a nice coating to it. All right. Actually, hold on. Just a couple little more over here, little shakes. See a couple pieces. And make sure you got everything good and seasoned up, because this is all gonna play out in your flavors when you're done, your finished product. So you don't want to cheat yourself where it goes. We're gonna eat this food later.
Right. So D, like not to confuse anybody at home, but this might be somebody's first time making these wings.
Yep.
Should they take these wings and put it back in the bowl that the chicken was washed in, or should they just stay on the pan that you're prepping them on?
At this point, you can literally leave them right here in the pan. You don't have to do anything crazy at all. You can leave them in this pan, but you could also have done this inside the bowl as well, and it would have been kind of the same thing where you put everything inside the bowl, season them up, and then you would have just mixed them up inside that bowl. Right. We're just doing them on a pan so you can visually just see what you're trying to get to, which is a nice covered, coated wing. And that's really just kind of what we're working towards.
Be generous.
Be generous. Like, that's the key. Be generous. Because, again, a lot of the seasoning will still come off the wing from just the way that it cooks on the grill. Remember, it's grate. It's not like a pan where there's a bottom on it. There's going to be grate. So a lot of that seasoning and stuff will still come off of your chicken or whatever it is that you're cooking at that point in time. So just be generous if you need to. Grab a wing or two. Move them around. Make sure it's got, make sure everything got a good coating on it. I'm about to say, use all that extra seasoning that you got there in the pan. You want to use that.
I think it looks great.
Yeah, I think we're in a good space here.
Take it over to the grill next.
So the next thing we would do is take it to the grill, which would be already nice and hot and ready to go, and start putting this chicken onto the grill.
And before we get out to the grill, make sure your grill's the temperature.
Definitely.
At least between 450 and 550.
Absolutely.
It has to be in that window.
Like, you don't want it to be still cold when you're putting this food on there, because all you're going to do is just mess up the process of what you're trying to get to. So make sure that grill is nice and hot.
You're going to have to start all over.
Basically, yeah.
You don't want to do that.
So next stop, we're going to the grill.
Okay.
Well, we're just going to keep working, make sure all this is getting covered.
Nice. Damn, Detrick, that went a lot smoother than I thought, man. Yes.
All right, so here we are. We out here about to throw this on the grill right now. We reached our temperature. We got a nice heat happening. Like right now, what we will get for sure is that good sizzle. Once we put these wings on there, the wings have now been sitting. Let them marinate a little bit. Let the seasoning set in. Nothing wrong with all. Just letting that kind of sit in for a little bit. Just let that seasoning set onto the chicken wings. Our tongs. Piece of chicken.
Now, what's the temperature of the grill?
Right now, we're at it's literally almost about 6 right now. Almost about 600 degrees. Which is not bad at all. It's wings. So the whole thing is that you have to watch the grill.
Right.
There's no leaving. Once you put the food on the grill, it's no just leaving it be. It's not the smoker. We're grilling right now. So you need to be near your grill to be able to see and watch your grill and your food work. But here we are. We're going to put these chicken wings on here. You hear that? That's the sizzle we're going for. A nice sizzle. You don't want to put too much chicken in the same space, but you get it close.
Smells good, man.
That's the sizzle we're looking for, constantly. You want to make sure your grill's nice and hot for that.
Now, Detrick, why aren't the grates over the charcoal?
So you want a hot zone and a cool zone. Clearly, this is where all of the heat is at. So right now, while we're still getting full heat from here, you want to keep all of the chicken wings away from there, where it's getting indirect heat, and your chimney, as far as the grill is concerned, is on your left side. So that gets, again, airflow, because there's a vent on this side as well. You have airflow coming through and coming out of your chimney, which is right here. You want to work your chimney. I got it halfway open right now because I want to keep it sustained where this heat is at. I don't want it to just have air blowing through. That's how you'll burn through the charcoal and you'll go through the heat way faster. You want this to cook at a nice steady temperature, so we keep that heat over there to the right cool. There's no charcoal whatsoever. There's nothing happening over here, but the heat moves its way across the grill and out of the chimney that way. So that's why I keep everything to the left. Nothing happening on the right hand side other than the charcoal.
Now, the temperature of the grill and the size of these wings, how much time do you think it takes from beginning to end
We
to cook them?
We should be able to be done these in about 35-45 minutes. I'm about to say that should give us a nice cooked all the way through to the center of the bone. Right. No blood, anything like that in the middle of your wings. Like, that's what you don't want. But again, everybody, you can cook these to your own liking. It's not a matter of what we saying. We're just giving you a nice base to be able to give you a general of a good way to start and a good way to get your grill on and not have burnt wings that are like hockey pucks or anything like that, or wasting your food, but just a nice done wing where it's cooked all the way through. Constantly that sizzle. That's what we're looking for. You want that sizzle.
Just to let people know, if there was no bone in these wings, you would probably say about 6 minutes each side.
Absolutely.
Cook these.
A little spacing, it could be close, but just not, you know, not over top, because you want everything to just cook evenly, as even as possible. I call this my head to toe method, and the idea when you're putting the chicken next to each other that everything is not going the same way. You kind of head to toe and your drums for sure, like in the way of how you just placing these. And it helps with just making room on the grill. So spin that, boom, that way. Boom. Once we get all of this placed, we're gonna close this up. Let all of this just cook. Give it a nice little second to just cook. Got a good heat going. Like, cause it's a little hotter, we still want to just watch it, but we don't want it to get too crazy in the idea of overcooking either. I'm like, but it shouldn't take as long, honestly, just because of the heat. But again, that's what comes in the idea of watching your food cook. Not walking away and forgetting you got an open fire back here and cooking at all.
So are you leaving these wings where they rest at, or are you gonna move the ones that are furthest away from the heat closer to the heat?
Absolutely. Right? We'll come back once we see that this front line has started cooking really good. We'll come back and we'll replace it. Put those front lines to the back lines to the front, and kind of do the same thing with the middle ones as well. Just so everything's getting a nice even heat. You don't want to undercook or overcook anything. So again, that's the idea of keeping your eyes on the grill constantly. Again, making sure everything got a nice covering on it. Everything is getting the seasoning. That's what you got all this extra seasoning here, use it. Boom. So that's all our chicken right there. See, we got a little flame, we got a little bit of that, but that's okay. It's not directly on our food. It's off to the side. We can close this now. Our temperature is going to drop. You're going to see your temperature drop. There's nothing to freak out about at all. As you see, it's going to go running back again to where we need it to be at. And then it only takes but a couple seconds to see that chase right back up to that top again, to the heat that we want it to be at. It's okay. I've closed the top chimney to half right now, so we should get to a steady temperature from that point. Now it's different, and your heat's going to drop. The temperature is going to drop because of you now have a room temperature or cold, slightly cold product on there, so it's going to absorb some of the heat that's already inside the grill. So expect that, but there's nothing to be concerned about at all.
And also the flames that you did see in there. Once we close the lid, it's not getting as much airflow, so those would
that'll die down.
Yes.
Like, so long as it's open, that's a lot of airflow, which is, if you know anything about fire, that's what will give it, that will breathe into the fire, and you'll get a lot more heat off of there. Once you close that down, that temperature, that heat all of a sudden just drops back down again. It's okay. But again, you still want to keep your eyes on the grill. You don't want to walk away from your grill and go do something random in the house. You want to make sure that you remember, again, you got food cooking out here. So you never be too far away from your grill. Right. Don't get caught that way sleeping. Otherwise, we good to go. We're going to let them rock. All right, so here we go. 20 minutes in right now, grilling. Nothing's been turned over. We're just seeing great signs that you want to see. We got bubbling happening back here at the furthest piece of chicken right now. That lets us know that the heat is literally making its way completely across this grill right now to the furthest point of the grill. But we'll check some of the close pieces right here just to see where we are. Nice. Here we go, already getting a nice grill marks in there. And like get a nice piece of chicken right there. So
beautiful, man.
It's very beautiful. I think we're in a good place.
Yes, sir.
All right, so we'll flip these and spin these right now where they are. We won't even move. We were talking about shifting in this space right now. I think we got a nice heat making it all the way across. You're hilarious.
Yeah. Shifting is crazy.
Shifting is crazy, but that's what we're going to do. We're going to shift
right now.
We don't have to shift any chicken right now. We got a heat making its way all the way across the grill. Now we can just go ahead and flip these pieces right now where they stand.
Definitely has a beautiful char.
We got a nice char, not burnt. We just got a nice char, nice grill marks. As you can see, again, it's what we're talking about when we seasoning, and slightly over seasoning is because of things like this. You can see where these pieces drip off, like that seasoning parts that would have dripped down into the bottom of the grill. Right. So that's what the over seasoning is about, but not killing it in seasoning, but just a slightly over seasoning. But here we are, we're just gonna flip these.
Now, at any point, do you move the grates over the fire? At any point?
I will. So once we like after this flip right now, the next time that we come back, especially once we'll do a shifting. Once we shift these back, we can start sliding these over now, because these ones, everything is not as cooked as this first line right here.
Right.
So we'll start moving them a little closer to the heat to let things start getting a good char onto them from that point, and really just kind of finishing off these wings. But for now, we can just go ahead and we'll flip these. Let this other side cook, let the heat go ahead and marinate a little bit more. We'll give it another 20 after that, and then we can kind of start moving our way through all of the grates forward. Start letting it get that final, but we'll move that line before we do that. We'll move that line back to the back, shift everything forward. We shift, we shift it. Yeah.
Gotta shift that meat, you heard?
Yeah, see, now, see, here we go. He said shift the meat, just so we clear. I didn't say shift the meat at all. I just said shift.
Well, he was facing away from the camera. That's what he said.
Is that what I said?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So everything has been flipped. And you see that front line is where we want everything to kind of really be at. So we'll let those finish cooking. We'll get those a couple minutes. When we come back out here, we'll put those on the back line and shift everything forward. And that we'll also move the grates a little closer as well to the fire. Right now, nothing is directly overheat at all. All of the fire, all of the flame is literally from this front line back. Nothing moving that way forward. Just literally the heat off of this charcoal. Yeah. And we also are at a perfect, nice, hot temperature right now. Your coals are nice and white hot. They're ready to go right now. We can cook on this for a little while. But we'll close that and come back soon. You see where we at? We're gonna close it soon. You see where we at? We're gonna close that soon. Y'all see where we at? We're gonna come back and close that soon. Them joints is ready to go. All right, so we're now at about our 45-minute mark. Woo, here we are. Huh? What are we looking at? We're looking at perfection here?
Thing of beauty.
Huh? Just got a nice light char to the bottom. This is what we're going for here.
Yep.
So what we can do with these, which already been flipped, we get them out the way. Let's put them out the way. We just put them up there. Again, we're not talking about nothing strenuous at all in the idea of grilling here. Making this very easy. That front line, we're getting them out the way. The smell, I wish you guys could be here to understand the level of smell we're dealing with here. This is smelling like perfection we got going on here. That's a small piece, so we'll keep that in the back because we don't want to overcook that. Move it and flip it. That's what we're doing, moving and flipping. Got that sizzle still. Take some of this back line, put it there. Everything's cooking pretty even right now. Yeah, we're in a good space right now, I believe. We'll spin that one.
Now, if you had to choose, would you be putting the drums or the flats closer?
Drums.
Drums for sure.
It's more meat paws, but yeah. He'll be okay. He'll be all right.
I'm just looking around.
He'll be all right. He didn't get caught out there. It's all right. Spin that one. But yeah, no, you definitely want to make sure the drums is more meat to have to cook through. Right. So you want to move that. You want to move those closer to the heat. You want them to be more direct to the heat than your flats. Your flats is not as much to have to cook, so you can keep them further back. Which is why I put like this little piece here, this little flat here. We can leave them back there. But we are very much in a very good place that these can almost come off of here in a little bit.
Would you say this is gonna be like the last rotation?
This will be the last rotation for sure. Like after that, these can come off. That row up there, they're pretty much really ready to come off already at this point.
Yeah.
But that's why I moved them out the heat and put them right near the chimney, so they're not getting cooked as much as the other ones are right there.
And they'll stay warm.
They'll stay warm right there. They won't dry out too fast. They'll be good right there in that space. We'll give these a couple more minutes. We'll come back, and after that, we should pop these off, and they'll be ready to go.
Yes.
So here we are. We're strong like 45 to 50 something minutes.
Beautiful.
That's what you're looking for right there. Charcoals are not even completely burnt out yet still. And we're still at about 450 degrees on the grill at this moment. That's what we're looking for there. That's what you're looking for. That right there lets you know that you're in a great space, that you're about to have amazing taste, amazing texture, and happy people.
Yes.
That's what we're going for. So we're going to take these off the grill, take these inside. We'll figure out, it's totally up to you. It's user-friendly an idea if you want to dress them or if you want to keep them as a dry rubbed grill wing. It's up to you for sure.
Right.
You can do what you want to do from here, but the wing itself is ready to go. You can serve them as is. It's up to you what you want to do with them from this point. But we're good to go on our wings. We'll figure out what we want to do. Are we going to dress them? What are we doing?
Oh, we're going to dress them up.
All right, so we're going to dress ours up.
Yeah.
But at all intents of where we are as far as grilling is concerned, this is a wing that you're looking for here. I refuse to burn the inside of my mouth with one of these hot ass wings, but I want you to understand that they're done.
Yes.
They're absolutely done. From this point now, you're just drying the wings out, and that's what you don't want to do at all.
No.
So again, very, very much done wings. Everything is a nice texture brown, crisp. I'm like not overly done. Watch out there. It's all right. Shout out to 1942.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, they look great.
Teamwork makes the dream work, and this is the dream right here. Having a good old wing, nice summer day. Dad, mom, anybody can make these. This is nothing crazy at all. Just a good wing.
And it's not too difficult. Keep it simple.
This is simple. Again, a little olive oil, a little seasoning salt. We're good to go. That's all that happens to these wings. Olive oil, seasoning salt. We're good to go, and you end up with perfection. Take your time. It's no rush at all, but you need to watch your grill. The main thing is watching your grill. You can't let this just get away from you. Go do something random in the house. You got to stay focused on understanding that you have an open flame and heat going.
Absolutely. Hey, one thing. My little bow ain't gonna fit after this.
Shut this down. We're good to go. We're gonna take these inside, dress them up a little bit. We'll have these to the perfection that we want. Cool. All right, so we got them inside. You see the wings, they're ready to go. Let's move it out the way. We're gonna have the kid try one. See what we get to here.
Oh, good.
Thank you, my man, I appreciate it.
Definitely 10 out of 10.
Okay, all right, we'll take that, 10 out of 10. That's where we are with our basic wing. We're gonna put a little sauce on these and get back to y'all. But otherwise, again, very basic wings, guys. We spent about an hour. It was about an hour on the grill.
Prepping and cooking.
Prepping and cooking about an hour, 10 minutes. Here we are. Enjoy them. Get involved. See what these wings is hitting for. Get into the comments. Let us know what you think. Let us know. Come back and let us know what you did if you tried them at the crib and how they worked out for you. We're looking forward to it. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Big bow, little bow.
How good that looks, man. Yo, pause for that whole segment right there.
But that,
Yes.
ooh, the smell.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is right there, that smell.
Yes. All right. So now we got to do it, man.
You gotta do it.
Hand them out. Hand them out.
Let's go.
Oh, you bring it back. All right. We got one for the cameraman after he's done.
Absolutely. Where we going here? Which one you want? Yeah, of course you did. It's all over your shirt, kiss.
Got him.
Well, we in here.
All right.
You in the
Skinny,
way.
skinny fingers right there. What?
Yeah? No? Yeah? We there? We there?
Yeah.
All right.
Great.
Wow. It's a great combo.
Best I ever tried.
Yeah. But there. All the way through
Mm-hmm.
to the bone, Pauls.
Still juicy. Crispy outside.
That's what we want. Wow, that's a hidden wing right there.
Yes, it is.
That barbecue sauce perfectly offsets these drinks.
Mm-hmm.
Use whatever barbecue sauce y'all want. That one, the blue one, happened to work out really well for us. We're gonna call it the blue one.
Empty. Yes.
Yeah, you got a vibe to them. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.